Welcome Taurus to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 18th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. You have a reputation as a sign that really enjoys a degree of security and routines. It gives you a sense of comfort, but you may have surprised some people, perhaps even yourself, in recent years by being a lot more adventurous in your approach. But because Uranus has been in your sign, this is the planet of authenticity, really, higher truths. And in the first house, it makes it more difficult to compromise. And it does clash this week with your ruling planet of Venus. So even though Venus in your seventh house wants you to find that point of harmony and, be a people pleaser, there's another part of your nature that could push you to be much more provocative. What's going to get the upper hand? So because the retreat in Mercury is in the part of your situation to do with higher truths, and that links with stern Saturn, but in a positive way, and then meets the advancing Sun on Friday with the winter solstice, all that could see a situation reach a peak where you feel you just have to say it as it is. Now, it could be that you've got an important interest, maybe you're very much into learning a new subject, or you've been working hard on higher education, or travel's the thing that really inspires you, or perhaps it just is in a personal context where you want to cut through and in a very precise way just really nail how you're feeling to someone else, and they really need to listen up because we have a Mercury cazimi. It's called an inferior conjunction. That's because Mercury is in between the Sun and the Earth in its retrograde, but that doesn't make it inferior in its power, quite the reverse. It actually amplifies Mercury's desire to find its voice. The ninth house can, as I say, be outspoken. With Uranus in the mix pushing you to be a bit edgier, it's going to be interesting. But then, yes, Mercury inverts back into the sign of Sagittarius, which it left on the 2nd of December. And that's the part of your situation to do with where you're most devoted. So I would say, just divining through all of this, if you're in a romantic relationship where you feel that your point of view tends to not get heard, or someone lacks respect for you at work, or you're feeling frustrated because you're in a role that's too limiting and you want to bring more spontaneity into your situation. You could even be frustrated with yourself because of that other side of your nature that loves those routines. But I feel that by the time Mercury then moves backwards, inverts back into Sagittarius, where it's going to be through to the 13th of January, that's going to see you deep dive, because Mercury in the 8th house, very much about analysis. You're going to don your detective's mac. So if there's something you can't make sense of, can't get someone to understand where you're coming from, can't pierce through some of these games or whatever's going on, I feel that you will then want to really reflect very deeply, perhaps before making a final decision if you're not happy. But this could also be a time, despite Mercury's retrograde, that you decide to do something that's really daring and dashing, and good for you if so. If you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what serious astrology can do for you, if you give me 3 pieces of your personal birth data, time, date and place of birth, I can produce for you your personal astrology forecast for 2024, but also my special package. You'll get your character analysis, your life roadmap report, which can help you to get much more aware of the patterns that are played out in your life so far, but a much more intimate understanding of how to deal with them future forwards. But also in my special package, you can get your zodiac forecast for year 2024, your Chinese forecast, and your Indian Vedic forecast from Aries through to Pisces for all 12 signs, absolutely free of charge. Please see the link beneath this video to order.